Hi guys, welcome to this review about the Meccanica Solo. I'm talking about the value of the share in the past and what I anticipate for the future. So I'm just talking about what's my experience, what's my thinking, what are my expectations. I'm not a professional financial advisor in any kind, so you have to make your own decision and maybe talk to a financial professional. I'm really just talking here about what I think about this car and this company. So here we have a part of the car, and that's looking really nice. This car has been on the market since I think about 2 years and looking really good. It is an electric car and it's a new small company based, I think, in Vancouver, Canada. Has been, here we have some information about that, founded 2015, Canada. It's actually from a subsidiary from an Italian company, and here we have the chart, 1 month chart, looking really good, going up, and maybe it's time to invest into this share now. They also have 2 other cars in their pipeline. That's the Tofino, and they also have an e-roadster in the pipeline to bring to the market. The Tofino, I think I've read it is planned for 2019. We have 2019, maybe should come to the market this year. So looking actually really awesome, and I got some information from a really nice friend, and he told me that he invested, and I thought, so maybe it's time to look a little bit deeper into that before I invest, because he told me, yeah, it's looking really good. They have a lot of pre-orders, I think 2.5 billions. That's not too bad, looking really impressive. So why shouldn't we expect another increase in the share price? So, and that was it actually regarding the good news from my side, because unfortunately, guys, I have a lot of bad news for you at the moment. So when we look into these 6 months already, doesn't look too good. We extend the time frame, and it shows they had, when they came out after the launch, they had a run up until up to $15, and then they came down continuously and hit just a little bit above $1. Now they have been pumping a lot up to $4, and I mean, the question is, of course, is it a pump? Is it a beginning of an uptrend? Some people are talking about $20, $25, even more in the future. So can it really happen? I mean, this car is looking really good as long as we just see the front, but as we going to the middle and the back, then yeah, the picture is not so good. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, when I looked at the car, the front really looking good. I mean, even from straight front, the middle part looks a little bit awkward. I mean, it's just one-seater. That's the reason why it's called this Solo. I don't know why they called the share even Solo. I mean, maybe they were planning only for a one-seater, and after that decided maybe we need something else as well, because one-seaters. I have been looking into the history of one-seaters, and I think 90 or 99% of them completely failed. There is a history of one-seater from many companies, but I think there hasn't been even one really successful car, because I mean, of course, they tell you, yeah, in 90 or 95% cars are just driven by one person. That's true, but you still want to have the flexibility. Let's say you're at work and like the most attractive coworker asks you if he or she can come with you, like on the way back home or something like that, for a ride. I mean, that's probably the day you will sell a car like this. And it's also about storage. If you want to load like a little bit more, maybe a couple of boxes of bottled water or whatever, yeah, every now and then you need a little bit more space. And the thing is, there have been one-seaters which were really narrow and really don't use a lot of space, just use a space for parking like a bike or something like that. This, for parking, it uses almost the same space as a regular car, so why just having a small car? I mean, you cannot access small areas like with a bike. It has just actually the disadvantages of a wide car and a three-wheel car. So I don't see really the point. I mean, they say it's cheap. Yeah, okay, there are other cheap cars around, or also with four wheels and like two-seater, or even you can even buy a four-seater for this price easily. There are the smart cars around for about same price. So I think for me, I'm expecting just a big fail from this car, even when it's looking nice from the front and people were test driving and saying it's good, but a lot of these people were somehow connected to this company, of course, and it's difficult to get really independent news. I mean, I have found a test. This is one of the only tests I found. I don't know how independent it really is, and they give it a 3.5 out of 5 star and still say very good. But the bad things, yeah, single seater, firm ride, not even a rear view mirror, 100-mile electric car range. Yeah, is it really good? 100 miles. I mean, their direct competition offers, some of them offer way more than 100 miles. Attention getting design, yeah, maybe the first day, and on the second day you're maybe just a joke on the road. Yeah, so I'm not very enthusiastic about this thing. Looks modern, but really, I mean, there's not much in this car. I mean, the audio looking really good. I don't know how good it really is. It's a rather slow car. I mean, slow, yeah, maximum, let's say intermediate speed. But yeah, when you look at the how it looks from the back, here we have the thing from the back.
A little whirring noise, and that's about it. Goes about 100.
Yeah, from me, I mean, I'm not really excited about this car. The front looks really good, and the middle part looks strange, and the back, it's, for me, it's just ugly. It's just ugly. It's nothing else. It's just like they ran out of money and yeah, did or forgot to finish the backside. But of course, they have their other cars in the pipeline, the Tofino. When we go to the webpage, we see some information about it. They say sports car performance, 0 to 60 miles in 7 seconds. I mean, that's not the real sports car anymore. Most of the family cars have this performance, at least in the United States, where I think they are targeting. Also 250 miles is not groundbreaking anymore. It's looking good, I have to admit, it's looking good. I mean, you cannot complain about the design. Yeah, but here we have again some more details, but starts at $50,000, estimated delivery 2019. But that's, I mean, this performance with this top speed and that price, does this look really competitive? I mean, for me, not at all. I mean, when we research a little bit into electric cars, of course, the main competitor is Tesla, and it's designed and built in the United States, and they have some of their cars even cheaper than this price, and they come with much higher performance. Of course, they're starting when you look into the Tesla Model 3, when you take the cheapest configuration, it has about same performance as this car, but then it costs only about $25,000, and they have a lot of experience with building these cars, and you don't have all the problems from a new car. With Tesla nowadays, you can expect a lot of quality, a lot of stability, and yeah, this is way too much. When you, let's say you take a Tesla Model 3 and you're picking the highest configuration with the highest performance, and even with self-driving, everything included, you'll probably end up with $50,000. But then you have a much higher performance, and the big thing is self-driving. When you look into electric cars these days, the big thing in the future will be self-driving, and there Tesla, of course, is leading, and this company does not even mention it. So there's definitely no support to expect from this car, and that's a really big disadvantage in the future. I'm pretty sure about that. So of course they have also the e-Roadster, I think. I haven't read anything about the when they come out. They have a price tag, $124,000. That's quite a lot, and the performance is really poor. I mean, not any better than the $50,000 car. So what I see here is not really exciting. I mean, the car itself, it's looking good. If you're a big fan of the old roadsters, yeah, I mean, but do you really want to spend $125,000 for something like that? Yeah, and I'm not at the end of the road with these disadvantages. There was a news lately that they say Canada's cut price answer to Tesla. I mean, yeah, that's not an answer to Tesla. But anyway, they just officially opened its factory in China. So they have shifted their production from Canada to China. Of course, in Canada, they just had their assembly. And now they have moved everything to China. I mean, these days when a lot of people like to buy local, I mean local means at least North America or production in USA, a lot of people, they don't want to buy something from China. Chinese cars, they still have a really bad reputation. Yeah, and most of it, they didn't even come to US, and some models which they were announcing, they had so bad crash tests. They didn't, I think they didn't even manage to reach Europe. And I mean, of course, there are a lot of European cars and Japanese cars sold in US, but the majority are built in US. Like a lot of the Japanese cars and German cars, I know as a matter of fact that BMW, they have their biggest plant in the world they're having in the United States. So they are even planning to export BMWs from the United States to other countries. So I think a lot of people in the United States, they won't be really excited to buy a Chinese car, I'm pretty sure, and I wouldn't be as well. So if I live somewhere, I want to buy local, at least from the country or from the continent or something like that. What they also have on their website is some kind of investors information about the stock and price development, and they also have last year's report. There seemed to be a professional analyst company covering this company, that's Hunter Diamond CFA. I haven't been digging into that. If something is available, I just wanted to make up my own mind anyway. And yeah, there are a lot of information you can look into: press releases, company info, profile, stock data, SEC filing, and so on and so on. And of course, most important is the annual report, but only at this moment, unfortunately, only the 2017 report is available right now. And I think the 2018 report will be coming pretty soon. But of course, it will change a lot. Now it's probably a good time to make a decision if to buy or not to buy or to sell or whatever, because yeah, when they come out with the 2018 report, it can change a lot, because yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll cover that later on. So what we see in the 2017 report is that we see that they accumulated a lot of loss. So in 2017, they produced a loss of 11 million, and so it's accumulated in total to 21 million. So they have been able to get fresh money every now and then, issuing shares and so on. And that could be even in the future. Could be possible when they find investors with their promise to sell a lot. Yeah, but I mean, at the moment they are producing a loss, and it's a significant loss, and the loss is increasing. And even here in this statement of 2017, they are expecting that the loss of 2018 will be even higher. So yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Of course, they are telling what they are planning to do and expectations, but they haven't delivered anything apart from a few of their solo cars, which I think they have been producing since 2017. But it's a big risk. I mean, there are two major risks. I mean, the one risk is that the investors will cut their loss and say, okay, we are finished, we are not investing anymore. Let's rather cut the loss now than having even a bigger loss in the future. And the other thing is, that they won't deliver anything which will be really good in the market. Of course, they are telling they have 2.4 billions in orders, but what does it mean? Will there be really sales for 2.4 billions? When we click on the Tofino page, you can click on Reserve Now and you can select the configuration, but it clearly says that Autofino reservations require a $1,000 deposit, but it's a full refundable deposit. Okay, so what are the reservations worth? Actually nothing. So everybody could step back. I mean, some people might be excited about this car in first place, and after some time, let's say they look into a little bit into competition like Tesla, and they look into Model 3, and here we have the configuration. Let's see, we don't select the cheapest thing, we go with some kind of premium like the long range. So the standard, of course, is quite slow, but even that one is faster than the fastest car of the Solo. I mean the other thing, the sports car, so-called sports car. And when we take this long range thing, look at mileage, speed, and acceleration, it's way beyond whatever the Meccanica would deliver in the future. And then we could go to the Autopilot, which is the real fancy thing. We can select the Autopilot, and we go even to the self-driving feature and select that. And so now we are exactly, I think, about at the 50,000 value for this car, but we have a car which accelerates in half time from 0 to 60 miles and has way longer range and more comfort. And we have the self-driving. That's the big thing in the future, self-driving. So buying now an electric car without self-driving, when I can have a faster car with self-driving for same price, I don't know. So for me, it's definitely this share is definitely not a buy at the moment. For me, it's just my personal experience. I personally, for myself, I won't invest a single dollar into this company, even when the price is low and it has been pumped recently. For me, it's definitely not a buy. But you have to make up your own mind. You have to do your own research, look into whatever you find about this company and the future plans, what they have. Maybe look into what the experience is with people who have been driving their cars. But for me, it's definitely not a buy. And so I'm actually at the end of my report and my video, and I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, would be interesting if you could leave a feedback, and so we could have a discussion about the future of this car or this company. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.